Yes, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dhinavanga, your host for today. Welcome you back to the session. It's an humble request to all the participants to please mute themselves during the session. If you have any questions, please do note them down and raise your hands to ask them at the end. Now, without any further delay, we will turn our time to Sudhakar, sir. So the session is over to you.
Okay, then. My screen is visible, sir?
Yes, sir, visible.
Good afternoon, all of you, dear participants, faculty, coordinator of this program, head of department, principal of this college. Yesterday, we have taken the special seminar on prototype product design. Today, we'll discuss about prototype product development. Today's my topic is prototyping product development process. So what is the difference between yesterday's and the today's lecture is totally different. Our product development starts from product design and its prototyping. During that process, during that design to development, we have a lot of processes. Particularly when we start a product development, we have some questions in mind, and I want to explain 4 important points regarding product development. First is that as it is related to customer point of view, product development customer point of view, we have to understand customer needs. So this is the most important issue of product development. When you understand customer needs, definitely there is growth of product. Second concept of product development is idea generation or design, because day by day we have to change the idea, we have to change the design, and hence we have to generate some of the important idea or design. That is the second important thing of product development. Third is product concept. Yesterday we have discussed about some of the parts of product concepts. What are the concepts of product, how it is used, and why it is used. We'll discuss in detail later on in some slides. What do you mean by product concept? Why it is used in design or development? The last point is final design. After considering all these steps, yesterday I have explained some of the stages for the product design, and final is a final design product. Once you get the final product, we are doing some pilot production for the development of product. When you are considering all these 4 development concepts, how this new development is useful for solving any other problems, the new product development solves the problem of market gap. When you understand during journey of product design to product development, we have to look after the very useful, that is the market gap. And whenever you get the market, correct market, and just like a research, when you are doing MTech or PhD, we are searching research gap. Similarly, when we want any product development through product design, we have to find out market gap for our product. And hence, you can create an innovative product in the market. Why we want actually product development? Because customers require always innovative product in the market, because we have to satisfy all the needs of the customers, because we get the money of that, and hence we are creating always innovative product in the market. Next is that market opportunity. So what is mean by market opportunity? It is very important. And how it is important for product development? Always you can say that product development process is totally depends on a market opportunity. So when you get the opportunity, definitely there is a growth of product development. So during product development, we have to consider some important points. The first point is product quality. So what is this product quality? You know what is the importance of product quality in selling and marketing. Next is design quality. When you design product, and we have to maintain the design quality during product development. What we have to think, that is customers, market and laws. So your customers, market and state government laws and central government laws may be changed regarding product development, but the quality of product must be maintained according to the customer needs. So last thing is that how to maintain the product cost during product development. And hence we will discuss about product cost, how to maintain the product cost always same whenever there is a change, but customer do not want that product cost. And second thing is that we require the development cost. Whenever there is a product development, the development cost may increase, and hence these are the two important concepts we are to discuss about product cost and development cost. We'll discuss how it is responsible. So there is one question in your mind, what is the need of this product development? The main reason is any new product is offer new value to the customer. So we are offering a new product to the customer, and that product has new value for the customer, and we are satisfying customer. Hence, customer invests their money for new products or services. So why we are discussing all these things? Because customer money is very important for us, and indirectly that customer money comes given to us, and we are producing a new product. So next slide is very important for you. Half of the portion I have covered yesterday. Need of this seminar. Why I have chosen this topic? Because this seminar is required to understand the new product development processes to maximize corporate investment. So are you looking second slide? It is changing correctly?
Yes, sir. It's need of the seminar.
Okay, need of the seminar. Okay, okay.
Yes, yes.
So this I want to check it. So this is very important. Why we want a seminar like this to the students? Because we have to satisfy maximum definitely when you join any company, you have to think about corporate investment. What is the corporate investment? What is the corporate product? How they sell? How they market, like that. And hence, we have to optimize maximum corporate investment when you understand new product development process. Second point is this seminar is to promote and encourage new product development. Always we want some promotions for the new product. Always you want motivation and encouragement for development of new product, understanding of it. And hence I will appreciate all these things when your planning, your execution, timing, problem solving skills are very correct. Then you can say that you are going to a very right path. We'll discuss in next slides what is the importance of product development and the six stages.
Hello, sir.
Huh?
Yeah,
Yes.
yes, yes, it's fine now.
Okay. Prototyping is an essential activity in most new product development process. So we'll discuss in next slides what is the importance of prototype, applications of prototype, objectives of prototype, how it helps for development. And hence I say that prototyping is an activity and tool that has received considerable attention in product development research. One of the point I will discuss about product research, and whenever there is a research, definitely there is a change in product. What is the product development? Product development is building a new product from ideation through launching. So launching is very important. Yesterday we have discussed about some points of launching. If you need, I will again explain that the launching of the product is very important. Otherwise it is not possible for you. Product development begins with those initial brainstorming sessions. So when we want any development in the industries, particularly the product, we require the some brainstorming. Brainstorming means you can have the common discussion, and from that common discussion we have the good idea. So we'll discuss regarding product development and the six stages. These are the six stages. You have to start from first stage up to the last. First stage is idea generation. So already I have explained what do you mean by idea generation. This idea generation is very important. So we are getting so many ideas from the customers, from the stakeholders, manufacturers, even also competitors. When we want actual ideas, we are doing the brainstorming sessions in the industries for the better product concepts. Second stage is product definition. This product definition is very important. Whenever there is a new product, we have to find out the scope of the particular product in the market. Similarly, what are the changes we required and how do you refine that changes? And finally, it is called as product definition, scope and refining of the product, existing products. Prototyping is the third stage. What do you mean by prototyping? Prototyping is the process which gives the idea, which gives the physical model or virtual model. And we are constructing a physical model for feelings, virtual model for a particular representations. Next stage is initial design. So initial design, we take some product that is called as mock-up, initial mock-up, producing an initial mock-up. So we take the test, mock-up test. So you know that in election, those they take the mock-up test in everywhere. When you do the project in our college, we do the mock-up test of that project before showing in the presentation. And hence, once the mock-up presentation is clearly successful, then definitely our product is good. Once initial stage design is complete, we go to the fifth stage, that is validation and testing. So validation is we are validating that concept. We are after that we are taking that test, and in this way, as per our development strategy, we validate and test of our product. Last stage is commercializations. We'll discuss what is a commercialization. It is divided into two groups. One is development of the product. Second is implementation of the product in the market. If there is no development according to the need, if there is no proper implementation of the product, then our product development project is not working properly. Then in a simple way, it is called as flop. Product development is flop. And hence you must understand what is exactly now. It is a 6 stage. It is very important. After successful market testing. So what is meant by market testing? We are searching market research, marketplace, like that. So because we have to sell the product to the customers through market. After successful market testing, a new product comes to the commercialization stage. During this stage, the production of new products on commercial basis is rapidly built up, and implementing complete marketing plan. I want to explain some of the, because idea generation is the very important topic. It is shortly called as ideation. This is the initial stage of the product development process, begins by generating new product ideas. This is the product innovation stage, where you brainstorm product concepts based on customer needs, concept testing, and market research. So these three are very important. We'll discuss later on: customer needs, concept testing, and market research. So market research and customer needs are very important, and hence we require the idea generation. Idea generation is required for new product opportunities. I will say here, I say here opportunities. There are two types of development processes. One is by internal idea generations. So it is in the campus, it is in the industries. So these two types are called as R&D, research and development. So we have some research and development in the college, in the industries, in the organization. Through that R&D, we are successful for the new product. Next is the employee. Employee is very, very important for us because they are very conversant with the product. And when you get the idea concept from them, then we can think about the ideas of the employee working on the same product. We have to note down, and this is called as internal idea generation. But also outside the college, outside the organization, outside the industries, we have so many areas where we get idea generation. First is the customers. That is customer pain points, customer complaints, customer needs. These are the external idea generations. According to that, we are changing the product. If your product is very famous in the market, similarly we have so many competitors of the same product. If the competitors is raising their product in the market, that is one of the good idea why they are selling more. Then according to the competitors' ideas, we are changing our product. We are suppliers for the product. Definitely some of the raw materials are not available in the market, and a supplier will change their raw materials, and there is no alternative to use that raw materials, and hence supplier give you the idea to change the product. Distributors, if we have some distributors in the market, if there is no proper selling, distributor gives the idea, and through the distributors ideas we are able to change it. We are giving some surveys to the customers, online opinions. We require the online opinions. We get varieties of online opinions, and according to the online opinions we are able to change our decisions. So these are generally we have 7 idea generation we get from different systems. So this is very important question, how to create a prototype in product development projects. So our ultimate aim is to generation or create a prototype. To create a prototype, we must understand the concepts of prototype first. We'll discuss discuss about the concept of prototype, and the concepts of prototypes are generally depends on functionality of the product, problem solvings techniques, and communication between stakeholders. So what is the functionality? So it depends on the different functions of the product, how it gives a function to the particular process according to the operations. If the problem is very tedious, we will not get any definite solutions, and hence we require the particular problem solving techniques, and we'll get idea from the problem solving techniques from the prototype, how the problem is solved by the prototype. It is very easy. We have so many communication between stakeholders. We have so many stakeholders, customers, manufacturers, suppliers, all that. So when we want a particular concept for the prototype, we have to communicate to all, and definitely we'll get lot of concepts. This is very important during communication to the customers, to the suppliers, to the distributors, to the manufacturers. Concept development and testing of that is also called as constant development and concept testing. So we'll discuss in detail. A product idea is converted into product concept. So this statement is very important. If we have a good idea or best idea, that product idea must be converted to the actual product. If you are successful to converting actual product, then our concept is successful. Second is product ideas mean possible product that a company may offer to the market. So let us say any product from let us say electric vehicles, bicycle, that are the possible product in the market. Then companies offering so many market trends, so they will change some model of cycle, bicycle, or motorcycles, and they offering some techniques. These are the good techniques, these are the good offers to the customers, and market will change. A product concept is detailed version of the idea stated meaningful consumer terms. So meaningful consumer terms are very important because we are changing the version of the product through the good idea. Concept testing. After concept development, we come to the testing, concept testing. Concept testing means presenting the product concept to target consumers physically or symbolically, or getting their reactions. So if you are successful during testing, but our testing is not final, the customer testings and other consumers testings are very important, and we have to obtain their reactions for our successful testing. So later on we will discuss applications of the prototyping. So without applications we cannot start the prototyping. Communicate the informations. When you generate any prototype, so what is the prototype? That prototype gives the good idea or bad idea to the customers, and it is nothing but the communication of the informations to the customers. Second is synthesize the product concept. Synthesize is the project of the product concept. Demonstration of the product ideas we are giving the different demonstration to the our team members, and they can understand the product ideas and they are able to produce it. This prototype helps in scheduling to the product through proper planning. If we have a proper planning, and hence we can change the prototype, then we know that when you purchase anything from the market, let us say vehicles, engine, we require some specifications, and that specification, we require that specification not for the product. Uh, Before product, we require the specification of the prototype. Once you generate the specification of the prototype, and when we circulate the prototype specifications to the other team members, and they will give the idea whether that specification is correct or not. It is called as specifications representations. And last is the to explain ideas to stakeholders. When you keep any prototype, physical or virtual prototype, to the all stakeholders, then our team, manufacturer team, can explain all the each and everything to the stakeholders. Seventh is that it requires for validation of the products. So it is very easy to validate our prototype, particularly when the product is very complex. If it is not simple, then it is called as complex. Complex validation is very difficult. And prototype validation is very simple than the product validations. Exploration of design skills. Exploration means it is a dissemination of knowledge to others. So we are giving some knowledge, important knowledge to the our colleagues, and hence it is the design knowledge we are giving to other our colleagues, team manager, team colleagues, to explain technical visibility. The prototype is in front of you. You can find what is defect in that, and if there is any defect like technical defect, if you observe, then you can explain uh, the answer of it, and you explain to the other team members. To measure effectiveness of the product, when you measure or when you take test, then if it is not successful, testing is not successful, then you can measure the effectiveness, durability, reliability of the product. When we know what is reliability, what is durability of the product, definitely you can convey this durability, reliability to the consumer. Regarding layout and implementation, if the project is very big, we require the layout, and when we get the layout, definitely we give that layout to the customers. Then implementation of that project ideas. So project ideas and prototype ideas we are implementing in actual practice, and we get the idea of successful effectiveness. So I want some clear informations regarding the prototyping. So there are three types of prototyping. One is manual prototyping, second is virtual prototyping, third is rapid prototyping. So all are three are very important. We'll discuss one by one, and what are the differences, how it is successful in the market. First, we'll discuss the manual prototyping. Manual prototyping is manufactured in non-sophisticated ways, taking 3 to 4 weeks, depending upon the complexity of the parts and material used. Because why I say 3 to 4 weeks? Because we have to make a physical prototype, because it is visible to the customers, and it is very accurate to according to dimensions. Sometime the we have a complex product, and definitely we have the complex prototype, and sometimes we have selection of material problems. If the material is not selected properly, again prototyping is not so easy. These are made through handcrafted techniques requiring more time and intensive labors. So these are the disadvantages of the manual prototyping because it is made by hand. That's why it is called as manual prototyping, and it takes a lot of time for preparation, and it requires the skillful labor, and we have to pay for that. And it again, labor may take a lot of time for making manual prototyping. Come to the virtual prototyping. Virtual prototyping is very important. Virtual prototyping models can be tested and analyzed with the help of computer-aided design, shortly called as CAD, computer-aided manufacturing, CAM, computer-aided engineering, CAE, and virtual reality. So with the help of these softwares, we can make the prototypes. I will explain in the case studies how this virtual prototyping can be made in the electrical vehicles. Now we have some uh, racing cars competition. So the students are making the racing cars, and we require the prototypes for that. So students are making the virtual prototypes, that is softwares, the 3D softwares through CATIA. So third is a very important, that is rapid prototyping. Rapid prototyping is very useful for the manufacturer. It is also called as time saving prototyping when we have a complex parts. So we require special tools and techniques required for this purpose. Let us say we are making prototyping by 3D printing. We are making prototyping by 3D printing or additive manufacturing. So we require the costly machines, costly materials, and the prototype becomes very costly. And hence, I can say that rapid prototype models are generated with the help of layer deposition. What is the layer deposition? It is a 3D printing model. So one by one, we are adding the very thin layer on the one by one, and we get the product. The layers are to be deposited in order to approximate the original intended designs. We are getting the very accurate prototype because of rapid prototyping. So it is made by additive manufacturing or 3D printing. So we have to consider factors when we have some new product concept. When you initiate any new product concept, what we require, that is target market. So we require always market is essential. Already I have explained market research. Market is essential for selling of the product, and we have some target, approximate target of that selling in the market. That is called as target market. Second thing is that when we have a same product in the market, and we have to compare that existing products in the market and our new product with us. When you are comparing and when you know the differences, definitely whenever there is improvement in the product, our product may sell more and more. Functionality. So we new product always having the additional functionality, and that's why it is also called as value added product. When we have the value added product because of the additional functions, it is selling is more, and we are looking for that factor. SWOT analysis. So we are doing SWOT analysis. Yesterday I have given some of the technique of SWOT analysis. What is SWOT analysis? We are looking the strength of the prototype or product, weaknesses of the prototype or product, opportunities of the development, and threats of the product, whatever it may be. When we do the SWOT analysis very correctly, definitely we go to the correctness of the product. So it's a very important new technique nowadays, that is called as scammer. Scammer, SCAMPER. It is the short form made by some of the techniques. I will explain that some of the techniques to you. Scammer method. Just to remember the spelling, SCAPER. So what is the S? S is substitute. S is substitute. C for combine. A for adapt. M for modify. P for put to another use. E for eliminate, R for reverse. These techniques are used. We will discuss about just to understand the meaning of all this. It is the small. It is the letter we are taking, and we are getting one of the idea. It is called a scammer idea. We'll discuss about this idea is very important for developing the prototype and new product development. So we'll discuss what is S for substitute, scammer. What we want to substitute. So I am asking one question to you. First, regarding this new product development, what materials can you substitute to improve the product? Always this is in mind. Can I develop the new product? Whenever you develop the new product, then we have a question, what material I can select? And hence substitution of material is very important here for new product development. Second question we have always, can you use this product somewhere else or something else? Because like our product, we have so many products in the industries, in the market, and we have to answer this very carefully. Can you use this product somewhere else or something else? So we have so many applications of one product and anywhere. So we have to check it. Second is C for combine. Combine for particular purposes or objectives. So just I want to give one example for this combination. Let us say we have a nail cutter in the market. So if you observe the nail cutter, it is what main function is nail cutting, but it has so many three parts of it. Some of the parts can be used for opening of the thumbs up bottle. So when you want to open thumbs up bottle, we can use the nail cutter. And when we have, because we do not want a separate opener for the opening of the thumbs up bottle, and hence we have to combine all these functions together, then we have one product for all functions. Then the condition is called as combine. So similar combinations can be used to make a new product. Now is adapt. Adapt is very important. Adaptation बोलते हैं उसको. What needs to change to reach better results? Always customers are looking for better results of the product, and manufacturer is searching what needs to change to reach better results. And hence, if I get a particular process for that better results, definitely I will adapt that procedure for making my product better. This is very important. After understanding adaptation, we come to the modify, M for modify. Why we want to change? Now there is little modifications in this. Let us say, I am giving one example to you. In case of diesel engines, we require the special type of nozzles. In case of biodiesels, we have to modify a little bit changes in the nozzles. That is called as modifications. And such type of modifications we require in all product. And we have to answer this question: how can you modify systems and processes to disrupt an industry? For this, we have different ways. So when we want modify, because market is changing, whenever we want modifications, whenever there is a change in market. So what is my market? There is a fashion. Let us say in the market we have one type of t-shirt in the market, and after 6 months there is a change in the t-shirt fashion, and the market we requires that new t-shirt, and hence we can say that there is a change in market for t-shirt. And if you sell old t-shirt, it is not possible to get more money, no more profit. Next is the we have to look as a manufacturer. We have to look what is the change in process. So let us say there is a previously we were using 7 processes, but by research it is observed that all the three processes are not useful. then 3 processes are eliminated and we require 4 processes. In this way we can change the process, we can change them, or we can modify the object. More efficient. Always day by day we have the research for efficient object. Once you get the efficient object, we replace it, and hence or we modify the previous product. We cannot eliminate complete product, but we can modify to get a efficient product. So in this way we have to observe the modification, or M. We come to the P. P means part to another use. P means part to another use. Same product may be designed for another purpose or use. Let us say we have a pen stand. That pen stand can be used for as a flower plot. When we need a flower plot, I replace the paint from that pen stand, and I put some flowers in the pot, and we can make that pot pen pot to the flower pot, and hence P is very important. So one product is useful for another functions, and hence this P is very important. Part to another use. Eliminate. So always there is elimination. This happens in the industries. Why I want to remove one of the part? So I ask this question to you. What would happen if I remove this part or product? Always think as a student. You must think about it. Whenever there is no need of a one part, just to think why we need this part. Can I remove? Can I eliminate this part from the system? Strip product down to essential. What parts do we keep? So second question is, many times we observe that some parts are not required, but you think about it. What parts do you keep? Next is the reverse. R for reverse. What is the reverse? Just you answer this question. What would happen if we produce this backward? Backward means the previous fashion. Let us say our product is available, and the same product is produced before 2 years. What do you mean? Can I use, you ask, can you go reverse to get the same product? And what will happen if I use the previous product again? If you ask and you solve the problems. Second question is, how can we rearrange these steps for better outcomes? Okay, suppose a very old product can be reused again, then we have to think about better outcomes for that very old patterns. And when you understand scammer and SWOT analysis, these are the two techniques for the, just you remember during your project also, final year projects. So need of prototyping in product development. Prototyping in engineering design usually serves a wide variety of purposes. Already I have explained. Particularly whenever there is engineering concept design concept, engineering design concept, definitely we make prototype. The most common is to verify and validate assumptions, calculations, and decisions. So these are the 3 important aspects of prototype. What are the assumptions to be made during manufacturing prototype? What are the calculations we require during manufacturing prototypes? What are the final decision can be made for the prototype development? And hence we have to ask these important questions when we get the new product. Will it work? Yes or no? Okay. If it is no, answer is no, then that project is rejected. Second question is, how well does it meet the customer needs? Because you are selling that product to the customers, new product, and we have to answer this. How well does it meet the customer needs? If there is no the product is not satisfying customer needs, there is a lesser selling of this product. We require the need of design thinking in product development. So I will explain. Design thinking is very important in engineering concept. In design thinking, prototyping takes and quite a different role. I will explain in detail later on. Design thinking is a prototype driven development process or philosophy. It is nothing but philosophy. It is a common for development teams to build and test prototypes from the beginning of a project. Design thinking is properly developed by the IDO. So it is one of the institute in the USA. this IDO developed the different test validations, idea generations, and one of the important university, Stanford University in the US, and they have developed one of the technique for the testing, prototyping, ideations, and that technique, that process is called as design thinking. So already I have explained rapid prototyping is the most important technique in the product development. So why prototyping? Because it is an essential component of the design process and its advantage have been well renowned for years. Rapid prototyping services have introduced methods like CNC, 3D printing, and host of other production techniques. So before using rapid prototyping services, you must understand what are the CNC machines, what are the programming of CNC machines, what are the cost of making CNC programming, and whether there is a place of CNC because it is very large. Next is the understanding of 3D printing. So what is exactly 3D printing? What is the techniques of 3D printing? If we have a very recent production techniques we can use that production techniques, recent production techniques for the development of your product. I will take one of the case study of electric vehicles. So many of the students are doing electric vehicle in your college, and I have made one case study of electric vehicle, and I call it as a product. I call it as a product, and I have made this product in different stages. First stage is a feasibility study. So what is mean by feasibility study? We'll discuss later on. Second stage is design phase. Third phase is preparation of the prototype. So during preparation of the prototype, because third stage is very important, we have to find out what is the final cost of prototype, what is the price estimation of the product, like that. So we get the advantage of this third stage during costing. And the last stage is manufacturing, fourth stage. It is called as fourth stage, manufacturing. Then we'll get the electric vehicle. This case study starts with creation of the business case study document. So we require the business mind here. So for that we require the special documents for the preparation of this case study. And we are preparing some documents like a business person. And these documents can be filled with appropriate identification of needs, identification of clients, identification of potential customers. So three are very important. If you understand identification of product, identification of existing clients, identification. When you identify all these three identification, clients, product, and customers, then we are make the documentary of it, and through that documentary, we are doing the some 5 stages, 4 stages study of the electric vehicles, and hence already I have explained this side. We'll look to the stage 1. What is mean by feasibility study? So just to understand what is mean by feasibility study, the purpose of feasibility study is to check the overall attractiveness. This overall attractiveness is very important because customer is observing your project, your product. If your project or your product is not attractive, the customer will not attract towards your product and your study is failed. And second thing is that during feasibility study is the technical possibilities. So what are the technical possibilities? Because these technical possibilities are fulfilling the customer's demands. If you are not satisfying the customer's demands by the technical possibilities, then it is very difficult to sell the electric vehicles. Say that it is considered as an electric vehicle as a one case study. And hence always I find the technical possibilities. Next thing is requires identification of the project leader, because every feasibility study requires the project leader. So you have to identify as a owner of the manufacturer, you have to identify a very good project leader. So how to identify project leader? I have given some of the points here. the project leader is responsible for coordination. So he must coordinate each and every problem, each and good news to the team leaders and employers and employees. Contact with the sales department. He must project leader must be very alert, and he is contacting every time to the sales department. He is asking what is sale today, what is sale today, like that. And hence he must be involved in the customer problems, he must be involved in the partner problems. So you know that company has a lot of shareholders, a lot of partners, so there is no perfect owner in the big organizations, and hence we are taking lot of complaints, lot of suggestion from the partners always. And when you are collecting suggestion from the different partners, different customers, then according to the customers and partners requirement, we are making the project planning, and this project planning can be used for our fabrication. So this is very important for feasibility study. And we require the very as a project leader is very important for our project, and generally project leader must be a mechanical engineer. So this is one of the condition we require. Project leader must be a mechanical engineer, because we are manufacturing electric vehicle, and hence as we are manufacturing electric vehicle, he must be a motor designer. So electric motor we require in the electric vehicle, and hence he must be the qualification of mechanical engineering, as well as he must be familiar with the motor designer qualifications, because he may use many times designs of the electric vehicles, that is motor electric vehicles. Second activities of the mechanical engineer is project leader develops a plan and assess its risk based on the identified customer needs. Because whenever we have a new product in the market, let us say electric vehicle, it is new in the market, and hence project leader will take the risk of manufacturing to sell it, and hence he has a particular plan, and he assessed the risk of that planning, and he identified all the customer needs, whether customer requires the electric vehicles or not. And he will find a list of possible solutions of all the complaints of the planning, and calculate preliminary cost of the electric vehicle. Then he will sell the product in the market. And hence what is the application of feasibility study in the electric vehicle study? He may plan the project, that is called as project plan. He will note down the project risk analysis. He will investigate the customer needs, and that mechanical engineers are very good in all three: project planning, project risk analysis, investigation of customer needs. Once you know the feasibility study completely, then that engineer go to the design phase after completion of the first page. What is the second stage? The design phase requires knowledge of. If the mechanical engineer doesn't know any knowledge of mechanical engineering, then he cannot handle the electric vehicle project. So he requires two types of knowledge. First is mechanical design knowledge. Second is the electrical design knowledge. I will not explain clearly here because of short time. So just to understand what type of mechanical knowledge, design knowledge we require in our project, what type of electrical design knowledge in our project. Third stage is preparation of the prototype. It is very important. Why we require the prototype, and why we want to study this prototype knowledge? Because it gives the idea of final cost, price estimation. We require some mechanical drawings of the prototype. So he must be having the AutoCAD drawing. He must know each and everything, and hence mechanical drawings of the prototypes are required during preparation of the prototype. Electrical designs of the prototype also required. He must be familiar with the electrical design. Mechanical design and electrical designs are totally different, and hence because of this he must be able to calculate the direct cost of electric motor. He will select the proper electric motor in the electric vehicle, and he will take the direct cost of the electric motor for the selections. And according to this preparation of the prototype, he will calculate the total cost effectiveness of our project. After that, he will develop the prototype, he will test the prototype, and he will find the results of prototype finally. And the last stage is the manufacturing. Last stage is the manufacturing. Now, if everything is okay, he will go for final testing, and possibilities of modification can be considered. After testing, if there is a change in project, he will change the project. After selling the after testing, he can take the decision of final manufacturing. Last step of this electrical vehicle case study is last step is manufacturing test, customer feedback. So all the electric vehicles are sold in the market, and he got the customer feedback, maybe good or maybe bad, or maybe some corrected feedback we want. So there is a complaint of electric vehicle, electric motor, controller, circuitings, all feedbacks we get. If there is no complaint from customer, then final design starts. Then he will take rest. Now it final. There is no complaint, and he is ready for selling his car for customers, car to customers. And hence I will take the conclusion of this case study. And then you take the conclusion of this case study. Always remember 7 P's are very important for the that designer. What are the 7 P for each word? So I will explain 7 P's very clearly. As we don't have time, I will not explain each and everything. First P is product, second is price, third is place, fourth is promotion, fifth is physical environment, and sixth is the process, and seventh is the people. So these are very important for the electric vehicle. And hence, when we want electric vehicles, we are dealing with product, price, place. Place means where we can use that electric vehicles. Promotion. So what are the promotions activities during manufacturing of the electric vehicles? Physical environment. Already we know that what is the body of the vehicle. That is called as physical environment, processes, and people. And hence, whenever we want a case study, and always when we want, because my seminar is for new product development, just you check it. Always you add new in every word: new product, new price, new place, and you start your new product development. And hence, to make new product development, that is shortly called as NPD, for more effective, and NPD, new product development, depends on manufacturing. Always remember, new product development depends on these 6 factors, where to make effective product manufacturing, good engineering techniques, good R&D techniques, good marketing, required finance. We have a very effective purchasing department in our organizations. I will not explain these 6 important factors we are considering for the new product development. You know, each and every are very clear here. So during prototyping, what we need during prototyping, we need some points. I will explain some of the points here. We need innovation during prototyping. I read it as a during prototyping we need innovation. So without innovation, there is not possible. Whenever we want new innovation, so you must understand the importance of product innovation. So what are the need of the product innovation? To innovate means to introduce something new. What is meant by innovation and invention is totally different. Invention is completely new thing. Innovation is we are introducing something new in the product, and we are introducing something novelties in the product, or you are changing something new in the product. Then we are calling it as a product innovation. And hence this such type of product innovation requires for new product, and developing new product is considered to be one of the most important activities of any type of business that you handle. Second is during prototyping we need new technology development, because when you are using very old technology for the manufacturing, so costing of the product is very difficult, and hence we are using the very recent technology like 3D printing, additive manufacturing, CNC machines, CAD manufacturing, computer aided engineering, like that. We need a product improvement. So always we require the product improvement. Already I have explained what type of product improvement we require. According to the today's need, we are changing the product, and hence we have to identify the necessary improvement in the similar product so that we can sell the product very easily. Let us say in the electric vehicle, there is a problem in the power transmission from the engine to the wheel, and there are so many losses, and hence we need a product improvement, and we are doing R&D in the in industries, and we are able to find out the losses and problems, and later on we do some investigation and we do the improvement in the product. Next is we need product additions. So what is my additions? One component, instead of using one component, we are using two components. At a time we have the similar operations. Okay. So at a time, whenever, let us say in case of CNC machines, suppose we were using 10 operations in older machines, then there is additions of 6 operations in new machines. So what are the total 16 operations? And hence we can say that we have product additions, and we are making the prototype of that. During prototype we need product additions. And what is the last thing? Why we need a prototyping? We need a cost reduction, because every customer requires the cost, a minimum cost. Otherwise, he will not accept our product. He will not accept our product. And hence, I am giving 3 questions to you, and you solve these 3 questions. What is product innovation? What are the major steps in the development of new product? So these 2 questions are very important. You try to solve it. And parameters decides the economics in the prototyping. So these are the 5 parameters. That is, economics of the production is very important. That is saving in the product: time, cost, quality, flexibility, productivity. When we have particular time, so if one product is taking a lot of time, so it is very difficult. Cost of the production is one of the parameter. Quality we have to maintain. Flexibility means we can use same product for another purpose also. And hence I want to explain some points regarding economics in prototyping. Economics in prototyping is very important. So during that period, we are using available rapid prototyping techniques. For example, 3D printing. Pay more for the small quantities than buying large quantities by raw materials. Okay. When we are paying more for raw materials, that is not good. So we have to pay minimum for raw materials. As far as possible, you bring and you design your product in such a way that small quantities can be used for the production of the product. And my next suggestion is use best grade of raw materials as necessary. Delay optimization early on. This is the one technique. I am repeating it. Delay optimization early on means you do the optimization of each activity, and we can save time, you can save cost, quality, flexibility, and product. Adapt the process if the product is not meeting customer needs. So we have to change the process if we are not satisfying any customer needs. Used equipment or machinery as feasible. Use commonly available machinery from any industry that meets the prototyping needs. we have to hire some machineries from the other industries whenever we want to develop prototype. So always available machinery should be purchased, or it should be hired for a limited period. And last thing is that take care of critical intellectual property rights. Suppose if you have taken, if you have produced a new product, so it is your part. It is your part. You have to take critical action against taking of intellectual property rights. It is called as IPR, and this IPR is very, very important. And before stopping of my seminar, I want to explain some knowledge about the patents, how to get the patents, and I will suggest you always collect the knowledge how to apply your product as your patent. These are the design thinking approach. These are the design thinking approach. So this is designed by the Stanford University. Empathize means pain points or complaints from the customers. Then we define that complaints from the customers. Then we have to give the ideas to that complaints. You have to ideate it. That is called as ideation. Then prototypes. You have to make the prototypes. Then you have to test it. So these are the design thinking approach. It is a framework. Design thinking is a framework for developing new products based on first identifying problem or need from user's perspective. Therefore, following steps are required in design thinking process. Empathize with users, define the problem, brainstorming potential solutions, build a prototype, test your solutions. And these are the product development process requires. Otherwise, don't think about the product. We require the market, we require the competitive landscapes, means we require the particular manufacturing place, we require the critical solution of the product, we have to develop the roadmap of success, then we have to develop the viable product. So these are the design teams we require in our industries for the new product development. So first, development team, design team, marketing team, sales team, finance team, and testing teams. Without this team, we cannot have the new product development, and the all teams are very successful. Then we can sell definitely our product to the market. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, we'll discuss here.
Participants, if you have any questions, please raise your hands.
When we can have a photograph.
Participants, if you have any questions, please raise your hand.
So can I stop my sharing?
Yes, it is already stopped, I think.
Stop now? Okay.
Thank you, sir.
How are the two sessions?
Yes.
So this session is very critical than the previous. It is out of syllabus actually, and it is the market need.
If participants do not have any question, we would move to a group photograph. I request all the faculty members and student coordinators, students, participants to turn on their video so that we can have a good photograph. I request participants to turn on their video. Done with the photograph.
Okay.
We would move towards the.
Shall I stop, madam?
Sorry, sir.
Shall I stop?
Yes, sir, you can.
Shubhangi ma'am, vote of thanks.
Yes. Now moving towards the most important part of the session, the vote of thanks. Firstly, heartiest thanks to our speaker, Mr. Firstly, heartiest thanks to our Yes, now I am audible.
Yes,
I
sir.
need to take you all to the most important part of the session, the vote of thanks. Firstly, heartiest thanks to our speaker, Mr. Sudhakar sir, for his valuable guidance and priceless time. We all thank Dr. E.J. Hakim Society for his continuous support. A special mention to Dr. S. Savadesa, Principal, M.E.S College of Engineering, for being the catalyst. My sincere gratitude, President IIC-MES College of Engineering, and Dr. M.P. Dalman, Vice Principal of M.E.S College of Engineering and Vice President of IIC-MES College of Engineering, for stimulating us to do our best. A big thanks to Dr. S.H. Dr. S.H. Desa, Convener, M.E.S College of Engineering, and Dr. Pansare Ma'am, Innovation Cell Coordinators, for standing as pillars of strength. A handful thanks to the backbone and the driving energy of the IIC, that is staff members and enthusiastic energy student team. A special thanks to the people behind the scene, social media publicity, and YouTube live streaming team. Last but not least, thanks to the students for their participation. Fill the feedback to get certified.
Participants, you will get the link of feedback on the WhatsApp group. We need to fill the feedback, and after that you will get the certificate. I declare that the today's session over. All of the participants, thank you for joining. I am ending the meeting. We can leave. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.